Watch this!
The forest fights back.
Let the hunt begin.
Okay, so this is probably aggro druid. I think I would keep both of these. If I find one of the cheaty 2-drops, I probably benefit from having the Mechru, and it also just kind of guarantees that I hit the buff on this in case I need to trade into something with 2 attack or 2 health, like a Firefly or a Corsair. Don't really want to trade into that, but I probably need to, just to block the Mark of Yashiro. It's not a good matchup for us though. Okay. Well, that needs to die. If I can land the Spider Bomb, I might have a chance, but Mark of Yashiro is still pretty good into this. Okay. That's really good. That's a good value trade target with the Spider Bomb because I do need to take a trade there. This goes 1.5 for 2 and gives me the board. I think I make this play. This has to go face first, then here. Actually, that's 3, right? It's 3 cards because the buff was on there, so it's 1.5 for 2.
Reporting for duty.
Probably just good enough. Gonna go ahead and take that guy off the board as well. What's the okay, so where's the risk? The risk is that it gets buffed up to 2. That doesn't really change anything, right? Even if it gets buffed twice, it's, yeah, we just go face. There's no risk for, maybe it kills one of the bombs if there's a buff, but I'm okay with that. Okay.
I'll fix you!
If we win the board, we win the game, so. Next turn is probably Explodinator plus. Ooh, okay. Now we need to race. So. Explodinator. Go face. Is it better to play a non-budget under deck? Yeah, usually. I mean, it's the better version of this deck includes Ziliax and probably maybe a Fel Reaver. Oh, wait, that's helping me. Yeah. So there aren't that many minions left on the board now, so I can just keep going face. One card or 1 damage. What's the opponent to 7 versus 8? Or, wow. What's the opponent to, so this puts the opponent to, quick shot range. Well, I guess they both do. Because of the hero power, but. Or get a 2/5 Jeeves. I don't think I need multiple draws from the Jeeves. Like if the opponent's trading into the Jeeves, it's just fine. If I'm giving up a card, it's going to be for extra damage there. Because also going face, the 4 was a breakpoint not for quick shot, but for just like 2-turn hero power. Like if the opponent's trading into this, I'm not taking face damage, and then I just press the button and then win the following turn. Oh, also that, yeah, that does 2 damage, so that's a... Like, you're just dead.
I can't win them all.
I foresaw this encounter.
This is another full mole.
Let the hunt begin.
This is a good card, or a good opener. Just because it does damage, and we need to do some damage, so. When you think about it, it's perfect. I might save the Mech Warper for turn 3. So next turn I can go Mech Warper plus the Venomizer. Because otherwise we just like run the risk of the Mech Warper getting pained. I can even go Mech Warper and Venomizer on the Mech Warper to make a Yeti. That seems a little bit better actually. Because now I can buff that with the Magnetic and get some Wind Fury action going. Don't Barnes me, please. God. Okay. I mean, that's still pretty bad for me. But at least we get a Yeti now.
Free of that blasted tower. Behold.
I don't really think I want to kill that. Going into turn 6 at least. Especially with this rather large minion that I have on the board and some damage in hand.
By the old gods.
Missed trade. This is just lethal. That is a large Mech Warper.
Behold.
I want to see what card is next.
By the old gods.
I considered the trade for the split second where like my mouse cursor was moving over the minion into the opponent's face, but then like I figured I was halfway there already. I might as well just finish the job. All right, Warlock should be a good matchup.
Your soul shall be mine.
I just need better cards than this, I think. This works. It's not bad. Maybe I didn't need both 1-drops, but especially not the Mecharoo since it plays so hard into Defile, but I wanted the guaranteed activator for the Cogmaster behind it. Okay. I'm gonna save the coin and just play Mech Warper into Mecharoo. There's an interesting decision point up here because I do have a couple of options where this lives. Like, I'm weak to Defile. But if this lives, wow, I could even do Double Leaper. Let's pull this out of Hellfire range and then we'll go in with Double Leaper next turn. The opponent held back, so I'm thinking that Hellfire is a very real possibility. Okay. The opponent dying is a very real possibility. 8, 9, plus 12. Oh, I miscounted that, plus 4. I mean, I'm still putting the opponent to 1 because I can't Blood Bloom. Like, even though it's not lethal, it's, like, I have the coin. They can't coin out a Darkest Hour. They can't win from there. Oh, this is not a good matchup. Let's see if we can win it anyway. Annoyatron helps. And this is like a super dude killer, so I'm gonna keep it. If I can hit a Mech Warper or Galvanizer, I can win this with this hand. Maybe it's too greedy to keep all of those cards that, like, effectively have the same impact. Nope, I did the right thing. I'm a genius. This is gonna force an overreaction, and it's good to get this in play now. Okay. Yeah. I know it's less mana efficient, but I want to make sure this survives so that I can continue asserting my dominance on board. Muster is a good card. There's no doubt about that. So this is just dying, right? But we get to make multiple dudes taking extra damage against Mech Hunter.
Reporting for duty.
Seems good. I win this game with Metal Tooth Leaper, so keeping dudes off the board makes sense. At a certain point, like if I don't hit a 2-drop to go with this, I'm probably just going to have to
Reporting for duty.
like push damage. I can't keep trading. In part because some of my minions can't attack, but he's go face. This is 4. I'm just 2 turns away from winning. That's faster than the opponent can win this game while staying alive. You need to buff these minions, and then when you buff these minions and they attack into my minions, these 2 die, and that makes the opponent dead. So at worst, we're putting the opponent on a 2-turn clock. Righteous Protector is a card, but I don't think it's enough.
To arms, men.
Okay. That's honestly probably the best line that the opponent has. Like, Magnetic does mean that I could potentially win here.
What's the fight plan?
But I think that some sort of like some sort of aggressive play like the opponent just made there is where they want to go. But yeah, the setup that we had was really going to be difficult to come back from. Leroy doesn't kill us. Yeah. It just kind of put the opponent in an impossible position to. Although, like, that 2 damage was incredibly relevant there, right? That was theoretically an extra turn.